Hi everyone, and welcome to part 1 of our video tutorial series on the new process for opportunity CV splits. In part 1, we will cover default split guidance at the account level. And just to give you some quick background, the whole goal of this is to make it easier for you all to split CV fairly by setting expectations up front. And to do this, we will be setting default split percentages at the account level to serve as guidance for any subsequent 2017 opportunities for those accounts. And these percentages will be set at the highest EVP level on the account records, but can then be broken down further by business unit on the individual opportunities. And granted, there will be opportunities that warrant different split allocations based on individual circumstances and different context. In those cases, you can work out different split allocations as long as all teams agree on the new splits by the time the opportunity reaches 50% in Salesforce. And we'll talk a little bit more about that process later. But before I go any further, I want to show you where you can find the account split information. So here I am on the Accounts tab, and I have chosen Disney US as my example. If you scroll down, just below the MSA section, you will see there's a new section called Split Guidance. And you can see that there's a section for EVP1, EVP2, where the EVP will be designated and the percentage that they will be getting will be entered here. And this is just demo data for right now, but in this instance, let's say Chris has 50% and Will gets the remaining 50%. You will notice that this does not get into the granularity of individual business unit allocations. But if Will's team has 50% of the opportunity CV to work with, that 50% can then be divided and allocated as needed to each of his relevant business units. But in the end, all of those units, all of their split values need to roll up to 50%. Now, at the time of this recording, which is February 8th, the default split values have not been uploaded into Salesforce, so you may not see them just yet, but we're working with the EVPs now to gather those values, and we'll get them uploaded as soon as possible. But the important thing to note is that the EVPs themselves are working together and agreeing on these defaults, and they're taking into consideration past splits, account history, and account projections for 2017. So again, I just want to reiterate that these default splits should be used as reference to help facilitate your discussions between different teams and to serve as a baseline to work from. Now, one last thing to note is that not all accounts are going to have these split percentages populated if they are new accounts or if they don't have a history of being split across teams. So in those cases, for any new accounts with new opportunities that require a split, the standard split default will be just assumed at 80-20, where 80% will go to the originating team on the deal and 20% will go to the supporting team. But again, if those different percentages need to be worked out differently, that can be done as well.